How do you find clients? Well, there are 7 distinct methods that I've come up with for finding people to buy my stuff, to support me, to love my work. And really, this is mostly about finding people who are gonna help you to build your business. This is how you find people to pay you for the products and services that you put out. So, here are the 7 methods, okay? You ready for this? 7, y'all don't know about that 7 with the cross in it. Learned that in 3rd grade. 7 client acquisition methods. Now, to clarify here, these are acquisition methods to find clients for service-based businesses. So what does that mean? That means freelancers, it means consultants, it means coaches, it means service providers, people who are providing a service or a skill or an ability in exchange for money. This is very, very lucrative. It's something that I've been doing for years, and I've been teaching for years, and this is the way that I've been able to find clients no matter where I go. My little joke is that you can drop me down in the middle of the desert with a laptop and I can find clients, and this is how you do it, okay? So, first method is everybody has a personal network. Everyone has a group of friends, family, colleagues, co-workers, students, people who they have a regular communication with, people who are in their world who need what they have to offer. Everyone has a group of people who could benefit from their skills. And if you have a skill that you want to provide, a service, something that you can do, something that you can provide, whether you're a trainer or whether you're a consultant or whether you're a gardener with a lawn care service, or you're a dog walker or a pet sitter, or whether you can, design computer programs, or you're a graphic developer, you can do something that someone that you know would pay for, and it's your job to find out who that is. So really, it's simply a matter of asking in your network, who needs this? Hey guys, I'm developing websites now. Anyone that you know need a website? And this is the simplest, easiest way. It's the low-hanging fruit. As service providers, we always want to find the low-hanging fruit first and pluck that. There's a lot of money in your existing network. Second method, we call this warm canvassing. Highlight on the S, warm canvassing. Warm canvassing, what is this? So I came up with this methodology when I was thinking about the way that I used to do door-to-door sales. And really, door-to-door sales is almost called cold canvassing. It's going out and knocking on doors, hoping people will pay for you, hoping people will buy from you. So what's warm canvassing? It's the opposite. Every day we interact with other service providers, and the key is every service provider that we interact with, whether it's a doctor of ours, or a chiropractor that we go to, or a consultant that we work with, the people that we work with also need our skills. And so it's very easy for you to think, maybe I have something that could complement them. When I was doing web design and web development, I was working with a chiropractor who was adjusting me because my back was always fucked up. And one day I looked at his website and I saw that it just, to be honest, it sucked. And the cool thing about it was we already had this existing relationship because I'd been going to him for a few years. And I realized, man, since I already have an in with him, since we already have an existing relationship, it'd be very easy for me to say, hey John, I see that you're doing this great work as a chiropractor. I really appreciate your service, but your website, it could probably use some work, and I do that. Can we have a conversation about that? And it wasn't a cold approach. It wasn't something that shocked him or took him by surprise. It was something that he was happy to have a conversation with me about because it was a warm relationship. It's warm canvassing. So this is a little bit different than going to your existing network. It's going to people who are working with you already. Think about who you're already paying. Think about who you're already doing business with. The goal for you is to find people who you're already working with and say, where can my service complement them? Where can my service be in addition to them, right? This is very important because this is going to allow you to get in with other businesses very quickly. Warm canvassing. Once you develop these relationships with them because you're already working with them, it's very easy for you to then determine how you can help them and work for them. Third one, it's a little scary, but stay with me here. This is a very important one. I call this the loss lead approach. Look, here's the deal. When you're a service provider, especially when you're just starting off, people won't know who you are. And it's gonna be very easy for you to get discouraged because you're not gonna know whether or not people are going to pay to work with you. And here's how you overcome that obstacle. Let's say you're a personal trainer, for instance, talking about service providers. Well, one easy way for you to start getting clients is for you to find a group of people who already need your help and to say, you know what? I'm gonna train you for free. I'm not gonna charge you. All that I ask in exchange for this time is that when I do great work, and I will do great work, I will deliver, you send me 3 or 4 of your friends who could also use this service. It's simple. This is how you build your referral network. And so you're providing something, and at first it might seem like you're losing money because you're providing service, you're not getting paid for it. And people might think, oh, well, I would never do work and not get paid for it. But the idea here is that this is a lost lead. In the beginning, you lose a little bit of time and money because you're putting time and money into someone, but what you get back is you get more leads. By providing a free service and agreeing that this free service will result in you getting a referral, it's much easier then for you to get more clients in the door, and this is how you build your network. Lost lead. By the way, this works almost every time. There's not one person who I've met that can provide a free service for someone that can't find others who are willing to send them new clients if they're extremely happy. Lost lead approach is killer. The marsupial method. Now this is something that's in my book. Have you read my book? If you haven't, well, finish watching the video and then go read it. I developed this method about 6 or 7 years ago because I realized that similar to warm canvassing, all businesses need other businesses to help them. Why marsupial? A marsupial, as you might have known, like a kangaroo or koala, is an animal that raises their young inside of a pocket, like a nice warm pocket, to develop this little baby until it can be big enough to, well, I guess marsupials don't fly, but to walk on its own. And the goal of the marsupial method is to find bigger businesses that can almost take care of you and groom you and feed you until you can be big and strong enough to go out on your own. When I started my SAT test prep business, I used this method without even knowing what I was doing. I found other businesses who had a complementary service to mine. So because I was teaching SAT work, what I learned was there was a whole group of private coaches and consultants who were helping families to get their students off to private colleges. And I thought, well, they're helping their students write essays, they're helping their students get their applications together, but they're not teaching SAT to them. I can do that. So I went to these businesses and I said, hey, I have a business where I teach SAT test prep. You have a business where you help students get in by fixing their applications. Why don't we combine forces? Why don't you send me your clients and I'll give you a cut? And instantly the marsupial method was born. Overnight, I had a stream of clients. And the cool thing is, everyone wins. It's a triple win. The other business, these private admissions counselors, had an instant win because they could add a portfolio of services to their business. Now they offered test prep within their business. It's almost like they brought me in and white labeled me, right? They had a win. I had a win because I had an instant stream of clients. I went from having 0 clients to a completely full roster. And of course, the clients got a win, the students got a win, because now they had this awesome cohesive service of a test prep instructor, which was me, and a guidance counselor, which was the people I was working with. It's a triple win. I shared some money, I made a lot of money, the students were happy. So what can you do? You can find other businesses, other service providers that also have a complementary service, not necessarily a competing service, one that complements yours, one that goes well with yours, like peanut butter and jelly, and you can find them and you can work with them, partner up with them, and I guarantee you it's the quickest way to make money you'll ever find with a service-based business. Number 5. Okay, this one's a little bit tricky one. Online job boards. If you've been following me for a few years, you'll know that one of my most viral articles I ever wrote was called Hacking Elance. Elance doesn't exist anymore for all you young 19-year-olds, okay? But basically, it was a job board where you could post up your freelance skills, you could build a profile, and you could basically bid for work. And they still have lots of these sites out here, okay? The idea is there are sites online that are designed to just list jobs that need to get done. So Fiverr is a good example of this. I wouldn't necessarily recommend you go on Fiverr, but Fiverr, freelancer.com, 99 Designs, these are all examples of freelance job boards where people who are looking for providers will just post exactly what they need and you can search on there. Now, the downside to these is that, of course, there's a lot of competition, but the upside is, well, multifold. One, you get a lot of practice bidding and submitting on things that are going to be relevant to the skills you're building. And two, if you're consistent with it, you will book clients this way, and it's just one more way to get jobs in addition to all the other ways that I'm teaching you. Next one. Number 6, advanced referral systems. This is something that is as much of a mindset as it is a technique. What you need to realize is that everyone that you work with isn't just a spoke. Think of a wheel. They're not just a spoke, they are a hub. Every person you work with is a potential connection to 3 or 4 more clients that could be working with you, that could be part of your business, that could be part of the growing customer base that you're developing that will build your business over the years. What I found is that we're often so afraid to ask for business because we think people are going to reject us, because we think that people don't want to refer us. But the reality is your customers do want to refer you. So what you need to do is, as you start getting clients, you don't just hope that they refer you, you literally ask for it. In fact, when you sign a new client, here's my challenge to you. You say to them, I'm going to do this great work for you. They're going to pay you for this in this case. And you say, one thing that I ask of all my clients is, when I do a great job, they refer me to other people who might be able to use this great service. And what you do is you go to them and you literally help them by sitting down with them and saying, hey, we're going to just do a little bit of a deep dive. Who in your network do you know? And you sit down with them and you literally go through their phone book with them. You literally go through their emails and you sit down with them at the desk and you find curated recommendations from their database, from their network, from their list to send to you. And you'll be surprised how many people are down to do this. And if you want to really up the ante, what you do is you offer referral bonuses. You can pay them some money, you can send them gifts, you can make sure that they're well taken care of at their favorite restaurant. You actually actively incentivize the process of building referrals into your business as part of your process. Most of us hope that we get referrals, we pray that we get them, and when we get them, it's a sign of luck. It's random and it's almost chance. But we don't leave nothing to chance around here. Now, if you want to learn more about this, you can read more in my book, or I'd actually recommend you pick up Jay Abraham's book. It's called Getting Everything You Can From All You've Got, where he goes deep into the process of advanced referral networking. But actively making it part of your business model, asking for it, going through their contacts, providing them with kickbacks, basically giving them a percentage of the sale, giving them gifts, is a way to actively incentivize the process of bringing more referrals in the door. They're very important. Last but not least, and I saved this one for last on purpose, cold traffic. Do you see how everything else was based on existing relationships, people you already knew, doing free work in exchange for referrals, marsupial method, online job boards, advanced referral systems, all that stuff goes before cold traffic, even though cold traffic still is a way to find clients. And look, we know what cold traffic is. It's running Facebook ads. It's knocking door to door. It's putting up ads in the paper, if that still exists in your town, wherever you live. Cold traffic is a way to find people, and there's always going to be a certain percentage of people who you don't know who find you through random means. And the way that you'll be able to get these people as clients is, well, you'll have to have a great position, you'll have to have a great product and service, you'll have to have great testimonials, and people will come through the door to find you with cold traffic. But guess what? You have a much better chance of getting cold traffic if you have all these taken care of first. So those are the 7 methods for client acquisition with service-based businesses. If you're a coach, a consultant, a freelancer, someone who provides a service in exchange for money, someone who provides their time, their value, their knowledge, and their resources in exchange for money, these will be extremely helpful for you.
Do you ever wish that you could approach your clients like the Godfather?
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
Then today is your lucky day. Hi, this is Ajit Nawalkar, and today I'm gonna show you how to make irresistible offers to your clients that they can't refuse. Most coaches believe that they can't enroll clients because of lack of sales skills. Others blame it on the fear of rejection or their introvert personality. I am not here to say that these are lies. All of us have different challenges in our life and we have to find our ways to overcome that. But to believe that that's why you're not enrolling clients or that's the reason why you don't get the yeses that you long for would be untrue. Getting a yes doesn't rely so much on the moment when you make your offer. It relies a lot more on what happened before you even got to the point of that enrollment conversation. Let me show you a 3-step framework that would help. While at it, I invite you to write down any of the ideas that you haven't tried yet so you can come back to it later. The first step is to define who do you serve. I gotta be honest with you here. This is the most obvious step, and yet most coaches tend to skip it. The dreaded who do I serve? Why, God? Why are you doing this to us? You can't expect to get a yes from someone who's not ready or who needs something you don't even offer. You know what's worse? To get a wrong yes and then not be able to create the results that your clients expected you to deliver. The main challenge coaches face is they want to serve everybody. You're probably familiar with this famous line from Forrest Gump.
My mom always said life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
And it's true, but not when it comes to coaching clients. You have to understand, you can't help everyone, and not everyone wants your help. If you know what you're gonna get, you are more likely to create transformation for your client. So be selfish in deciding who you serve. A great tool you can use is a quick daydreaming exercise. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine the person that you want to serve sitting right across you. Someone you are really excited about, someone you know you can help. Is this person a man or a woman? What type of work do they do? How do they show up in the world? What are their frustrations? What are their desires? Why do they do what they do? What keeps them up in the night? What is it that you can help them with? Now open your eyes and write down whatever came to you while doing that exercise. I invite you to take a few minutes off and do this exercise again while you have the time to really imagine and go deep to really understand who is it that you would like to serve. The more detailed you get about this person, the easier it is for you to have enrollment conversations. Once you know who you want to work with, it's easy to approach them. A lot of people think it's hard to find clients, but if you just scroll through your phone, through your Facebook, your social media accounts, you'll start to see that your clients are everywhere. So stop stressing about finding clients. Start focusing on finding the right clients. After all, you didn't do this work of finding who you serve and then go out and try to enroll everybody that comes through the way. Instead, think about the people that you already know that fit into this description of this ideal person that you want to serve. Make a list of 50 people that you like to have a conversation with and connect with them. Another great way of approaching prospects is to attend events and workshops where your clients are likely to show up, or hosting your own meetup around a topic they might be curious about, and then take it from there. Finally, you have the right people in the right place. It's time to seal the deal. Step 3 is about enrolling. I wish I could give you a magic spell or a magic wand. Something like this. Show me the money! Unfortunately, that doesn't work in the real world. Or does it? But there is a hack to this process. First, you have to build rapport. People need to trust you before they can work with you. They need to know that you are the right person that they need to work with to experience the transformation they seek. So when you're approaching prospects, build a connection. Be curious, be vulnerable, share stories with them that they can connect with. The second hack is your mindset. Remember this, sales is all about mindset. Sales is not sleazy. Sales is simply a process of taking a person from the place they are to the place they want to go, and really know that you're the right person to partner with in that journey. Selling is about getting people to take action, to move towards their transformation, to move towards results. So whenever it's a time to have an enrollment conversation, get past your fear and start to operate from a place of service of being able to help the person that you're having a conversation with. Now you've got the right people, you've got the right place, you've built rapport, and you've made the offer. You have played all the cards right, and it's very likely that you will end up with some good news. But I need to be honest with you. Even if you did everything right, you might end up with a no. And it is completely normal. I'll be lying to you if I told you that I've never got a no. I've got hundreds of no's, and that's absolutely okay. Getting a no simply means that the prospect is not ready to take this journey of transformation with you. They are actually doing you a favor. So there you go. Find, approach, enroll, repeat. If you hit a snag off the no, just keep going.